I used to go bow hunting when I lived in southern Maine with my family. My dad was really good at bow hunting and used to take me with him all the time since I turned 12. I got my first set of bow and arrows when I turned 14 and dropped my first kill months after, which was absolutely exciting. When it was clear to him that he could leave me without any supervision in the woods, he did that and went his separate ways once we were inside the woods. We usually drove halfway there on some back roads, which then took us to a logging road that branched up in two directions. The one on the left took us deeper into the backcountry. It wasn't a campground or anything, just woods in all directions. And we took our time to get this deep in the woods so that we don't have to worry about anyone disturbing us or the potential animals that may come. Dad took position on his designated one-man platform set up prior, some yards away from the feeding ground. I walked a few feet up north, climbing a small hill. On top I saw a clear space between some pine thickets where I knew was a platform for me. Before me, my dad and grandpa used to come here, and they set up some of these even though we don't use many of them. Fast forward, I took up position, and the waiting game started. It may have been just an hour into the day when I had to pee so bad. So annoying, but I slowly got down, leaving my equipment there. Walked a few feet into the trees to do my business. I was almost finished when I noticed that I couldn't hear anything. It's like the forest was so quiet. This gave me the chills. I quickly zipped up my pants and looked around, but could see nothing. It was a strange feeling all around me. I decided to lay on the ground between some tall bushes. If it was some kind of predator, what then? I thought to myself. I got up and went to my stand and climbed up. I scanned the area from up there. I couldn't see anything, or so I thought. I felt the strong sensation of being watched, and only when I looked carefully a second time I saw it. A man wearing camos, just standing there, between the trees, just a few feet away. What in the jeepers creepers? Hello, can I help you? I asked, still shaken up. I thought I was the only one here. No reply. I swallowed the lump in my throat and slowly climbed down and stood beneath the tree. He kept staring at me, his eyes peering into my soul. Sorry sir, didn't know you hunted here. Still no reply. That's when I saw him reaching into his pocket and pull out a Bowie knife and gave me a wave like saying hello. I dropped my things and booked it through the tall bush and slid down the hill. Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing? My dad was looking at me in a confused and annoyed state, and I couldn't form a whole sentence because I was panting like a horse on a sunny day. He climbed down and I managed to tell him there's a creepy guy there up the hill. In the annoyed state of mind, Dad didn't take it lightly. He was fuming and raised his rifle up in the air and fired 2 rounds. We heard a thumping sound of some sorts, and to our horror, we saw a head, I repeat, a severed head casually rolling down the hill towards us, with its hair flying in the air. We moved out the way, just in time, and it came to a stop when it hit a tree in front of us. My dad took one look at it, and to our horror, it was a hog's head with a black wig attached to it. Its eyes were gouged out, and there were nails on its head and tongues. That was enough for us. Dad grabbed the rifle, and we ran, and didn't stop until we reached the truck. Who was that man? What did he want with us? All those years that we hunted, we never had such an experience. My dad and grandpa had their fair share of run-ins with the wild, but nothing comes close to this, and it shook us both to the core. We decided not to call the cops, as we knew he would be long gone when they reached there. So if you are out hunting in the backcountry of Maine, be very careful. You might run into this creep, and always remember to bring a gun, or at least another person with you.